Well, one thing about the, oh my, sensational move by Steve Keirn. Just when it looked like Coco Ware had him going, here comes Steve Keirn with a sensational move.
Hit on the back of his neck. I don't know how he's moving. Norvell lost it over with him, Freddie. Steve threw him well up over 5.5 to 6 feet. He came down on the back of his neck, and there's the tag to Austin.
First time Norvell's been in the match. The PYT Express, now the champions, the Southern Tag Team champions of the AWA. And we're talking to his manager. Really shaken up. He's had some rough time of it here in the early going. Austin, a hard right smash to the chin. Keirn fighting back. Hey, we've got a real slugfest in the ring. Here comes Ware back. And here comes Stan Lane. And they're going at it. All four men. The crowd going wild. The referee trying to keep under control. Everybody going, oh, hey, they've cleared the ring. How sweet it is. They've cleared the ring, Lance.
Oh, this shows you that Stan and Steve don't think they didn't come to fight. They are ready for anything the PYT puts out. They want the belts back. What a vicious exchange between the champs and the former champs.
That was a great exchange, and the manager's reading him the riot act. He's not too happy. And I want you to see this. The manager is signaling for timeout, and the referee's explaining there are no timeouts. He wants a little timeout to reconsider, and there is no timeout.
Yeah, you know that Tux Newman knows better than that. Referee Jerry Calhoun saying, come on, Tux, forget that timeout stuff. Let's get him in here in action. Norvell back to the ring, facing Steve Keirn.
Well, one thing, though, he's pretty smart, the manager. He's pretty shrewd. He got a few extra seconds out of all that to kind of let them catch their breath. Meanwhile, Steve Keirn is still the aggressor. And boy, he has got his, look at this move. He's got the arms stretched, both feet. And I'll tell you, one thing about Norvell Austin, who didn't fight in the early part of this tag team event, he's getting a taste of some pretty vicious medicine being handed out by a very determined team of challengers. And I think they've got their eyes set tonight, Lance, on regaining those tag team belts at any cost.
It is a fully sanctioned AWA Southern Tag title match. One fall, 60 minutes. We have passed the 6.5-minute mark. Stan and Steve have looked very good, but I caution anybody not to be too optimistic in terms of the Fabulous Ones. This team that they're going against is not a pushover team. We've seen them against some very good competition, and now Stan Lane using that misdirection, and Coco walked right on his own partner.
That's his own man. Here comes Lane, tagged by Keirn. I love it. Putting the pressure to Norvell Austin. Ware on this corner looking at the crowd in a bewildered way like, what's going on? We can't seem to get it together. Well, you said they were a tough team. Obviously, to win those belts in the first place from these guys would have taken a sensational, a tremendous, and I mean one of the real best matches of their lives. But you can see where Keirn and Lane are really bound and determined this will be their night to gain those belts back. Austin trying to work his way to his feet. Does so successfully. Now he's between the two of them, though. Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea.
The only person he can tag is Steve Keirn, and he didn't want to tag Steve.
You know what, Lance? He almost did.
Really? Anything to get out of the punishment Stan's putting on him in there. Woo, I love it. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get Ware back into the corner. Steve Keirn drifts down, and he's keeping an eye to see whether Stan needs any help, whether he needs to take any action against Coco Ware. That's a very important part of tag, is to keep your eyes not only just on the action in the ring, but also outside, and look out for that other opponent.
Yeah, it's a very, very good, a very strategic point you made, Lance. And there are a lot of fans who may be listening and don't understand the finer points of professional wrestling. That certainly is one of them. Tag teams are not just strength. They're not just bulldozing over somebody. There's a lot of finesse to it. And the years of experience, the finesse comes with it. And that only comes with experience. So when you're watching these two young teams go at it, remember this, they're going at it, learning every time they step in there. And they're two of the best because they're quick. They're both teams with a lot of speed and agility. And right now, his team hasn't suffered since the bell rang tonight. Norvell Austin trying to finally escape. He's back on his feet again. Stan Lane continues to hold on to the arm and deal out the punishment. And if you had to score this one on points at the moment, the challengers would be way ahead, Lance.
Yeah, it's no question about it that Stan and Steve have gotten off to a very fast start. But look out, here comes Norvell Austin over the top of Stan Lane. Stan was going down for a backdrop, and Norvell caught him on that elbow right in the back of the neck. Look out, here comes a PYT.
Headbutt. Tag with Coco Ware. I'll tell you, they're going wild. Here they come. Strong. This is Ware pounding away. And Stan Lane. Flying drop kick by Coco Ware. Tremendous knee across the head. And now Norvell and his partner.
That's wrestling, Miller. That's champion, Miller.
You heard the manager.
Yeah, that's his version of wrestling. Look at this. They're double teaming Stan Lane. Referee Jerry Calhoun right on top of it. Got Coco Ware out of there. Norvell, crams that shoulder down. Tags Coco. And Coco Ware has a move that's called a brain buster. He'll be trying to set it up. Stan Lane better hope he never gets that one on him.
You'll find the champions now are tagging very well. They picked up their momentum. The pace has increased. We're 10 minutes into the match. It has a 60-minute time limit. At this fast and furious pace, it couldn't go 60 minutes. But who knows what's going to happen as Norvell Austin seems to have gotten a second win. And suddenly, as he and Coco Ware gelled, and Lance told you, don't count these men out. They are some combination.
He's got the cane of Tux Newman.
He's pounding him with a cane.
Coco grabbed the cane from Tux Newman.
The referee's attention was diverted.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't see it. The crowd over here saw it. Of course, they're really upset. Meanwhile, Lane's been hurt.
Stan Lane now. Oh, I got that reverse neck breaker on him, and Coco dropped him straight down. Stan down. Chin locks him from behind. He's got that reverse face lock. He's really working on it. And I can't tell whether that wrist bone is into the carotid artery on the side of the neck or not. But he may be trying to, yeah, he's putting a sleeper on him, Freddie.
This could be it. The sleeper. That'll get that fatal count of 3. The crowd urging, egging on. Stan Lane, Steve Kern imploring his partner, and he got up. Lane got up. Look at this move. But Ware sat right down on him and then tagged Norvell Austin.
Stan was trying to get him into a sunset flip, and Norvell, or rather Coco Ware, had his balance in such that he just dropped straight down, and Stan is in very, very serious trouble at the moment.
From a football stance, Norvell Austin, a shoulder smash into Stan Lane. And these two are really going at it with everything they got. Smash into the midsection by Lane, but he's been hurt. Norvell waving Ware in. The referee warning Ware. Now, from the top of the rope, Ware, as he was held by Norvell Austin, Lane was hit by Coco Ware. And here it is again.
The referee missed the tag from Stan and Steve. He ran Steve out of the ring.
Woo.
Got a 2 count, and I mean, there was less than a second before that 3rd count was coming down, Freddie.
And there was an example where just a split second saved their night so far. That would have been the attempt to win the belts back right there. Arm twist. As Lane, who's really been called on for a long showing in the ring, he's been giving it everything he's got. Needs a lot of stamina. He's been pounded, but he's still in there, staving off the attack. And as Lance told you, he made a legal tag, and the referee didn't see it and kept Lane in the ring.
That may very well be the turning point of the entire match for the Fabulous Ones. Stan Lane trying to battle his way back. He wants room. Go for the corner. He started, but he got blocked by Norvell Austin.
Again, that football move. Yeah, the wrestlers know moves from different sports, and they use them. Chin lock by Coco Ware. And Lane, he has been in this ring for a long time, Lance. I don't know how long he can stand it, because he'd better get Kern in there quick, or this may be curtains for the former champions.
This is a place where Coco Ware is as big as any man in wrestling. He's got Stan down on the mat, and when he puts those powerful arms around you, boy, he can really wreak some havoc, and he's doing that right now. Coco Ware now with Stan coming to his feet, shoots an elbow, backing him out of there. He's trying to get over to Kern.
So far, since their tremendous comeback earlier in this match, Austin and Ware have prevented the tag between Kern and Lane. And now, getting set to climb up on those ropes again. Here's Austin moving down to one end. Here's Ware climbing up on the other. Here's their manager urging him on. A dive, and he missed. He rolled away. He rolled away, Lance.
Hit his head on the mat as he came down. He was trying to use that cocoa butt on Stan in the center of the ring after he had decked him with that side suplex. Climbed up while the referee was over with Norvell. Stan had enough composure to move out of the way.
Tag is made. It's Steve Kern in to take on Norvell Austin. He's taking on both of them. And Kern is going wild.
15 minutes past, 45 to go, and look at Steve Kern firing away on Ware and Norvell Austin. Stan Lane on Coco Ware as Steve Kern slams that head into Norvell. Ran him down the track, and the two locomotives hit head-on, and the Fabulous Ones have come alive.
The crowd's come alive with them. Here comes Popo. Lanny Popo coming into the ring.
That's it.
Lanny Popo coming in. The referee has called for the bell. The referee has called for the bell, Lance. 15 minutes and 43 seconds transpired. The referee called the bell.
Okay, we're going to be back in action, and boy, Dave has already told you we have some dynamite bouts coming up today. We got a 2 out of 3 fall with PYT, Constant and Ashley. 2 out of 3 fall. That'll be the next bout coming up. I tell you, the last several weeks, maybe I should say several years, but it seems more prominent the last several weeks.
Yeah.
With Savage and Schultz being around, and the PYT. Just last week, I might add, the PYT is out here. Now, these guys are rugged in the ring. There's no question about it. They get out here and on a crusade with straps, and they were beating everybody on the program, on every card, interfering, jumping in, interfering, beating. Couldn't get a decent final decision on a match to save our life. Let's take a look and see how they did it. Norvell, they're waiting in the ring. You don't have the Fabulous Ones. You have the Fabulous.
You understand? We want some competition.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you want competition? You don't stand on it, boy.
All right, now, I'm telling you, you better get this guy out of here. That is sickening. Coco Ware and Norvell up there just beating the stew out of the backs. They've got welts all over their back.
1.5 minutes gone, and look out.
Oh, no.
PYT has jumped in there on Jerry Oski with their belt. Oski out to help the Batten twins after their match, and PYT unhappy about it, and now they're taking it out on Oski.
Is there no way to get you out of here, dude?
PYT.
All right. That's enough. Come on, Tuck. We've had it hurt. That's a PYT, and you're going to see Constant and Ashley in battle with them here before too long. That'll be our next match coming up. The gentleman I'm staying with, very distinguished gentleman. By the way, I think I didn't get the message today because Dave has got on a very handsome suit. Mr. Tom Ernesto, who represents Jarrett Promotions now, is here with us, and we want to introduce Tom. You're looking very dapper today in your suit. As I say, I didn't get the message.
Well, thank you very much. Make it very briefly. Since I've been appointed to Jarrett Promotions, it is of course, Jarrett Promotions wishes to give the fans what they want. I have a very important announcement I'd like to make. One of the things is we had a national survey. Jarrett Promotions went to the expense of having a national survey made to find out what you, the wrestling fans, want. We've come to find out in this national survey that you want more 2 out of 3 fall matches. They feel that 2 opponents like that, it will certainly increase the competitiveness in the match, and it will prove more than once that who is the best by having 2 out of 3 fall matches. We're going to have one, in fact, here on television today. The other thing that Jarrett Promotions took into account on this national survey was that people, you the fans, are sick and tired of having this outside interference. As a result, now, let me say this, with all due respect to the other organizations, the NWA, of course, the AWA, they allow outside interference. They allow, I should say, saves. From this point forward, there will be no saves. We are not going to allow them to have saves. That's it. It's totally forbidden. They might get away with one, but from thereafter, they will be disqualified and fined and attended to in a proper manner. The third thing, of course, is that a lot of people, as in every other sport, they want to see a winner. And as I said, I don't mean to sound repetitious, but Jarrett Promotions, of course, is totally and deadly serious about giving you, the fans, what you want to see. The fact is going to be that there will be no more draws. In the event that there is a draw, we will employ the sudden death, 5-minute sudden death.
So if you've got a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match, Tom, and the time limit runs out, it will be decided by a sudden death, right?
Indeed so. We will have a sudden 5-minute sudden death, and the participant in that particular match that does the best or has most advantage will be awarded the match. I'd also like to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of you, we of Jarrett Promotions are endeavoring to give you the very best, bring you the very best in professional wrestling. And if you have any suggestions, those of you that are watching out in television land, write to your local station, care of myself or Mr. Lance Russell, and tell us what you want to see, and we are certainly going to endeavor and do everything humanly possible. So on behalf of Jarrett Promotions, as well as myself, thank you very much.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much, and it's a welcome situation. We've had people, Tom has been out here helping Eddie Marlin on some incidences, and have asked about it. Tom is now with the Jarrett Promotions, and boy, that is good sounding news, I will tell you. Representing what Tom was talking about. When we come back, we're going to be going to a 2 out of 3 fall match with a PYT against Constant and Ashley. Okay, we got him in the ring, and we're about ready for the introductions, Dave.
All right, from Louisville, Kentucky, at a total weight of 457 pounds, Steve Constant and his partner, Tim Ashley. And going against him, total weight of 464 pounds, PYT, Norvell Austin, and Coco Ware in their corner, Tux Newman. This match, 2 out of 3 falls, best 2 out of 3. Overall time limit, 30 minutes.
Okay, we'll be starting in there. Let's see whether it's Tim or Steve, and Norvell or Coco will be going. Tux Newman at ringside. What you're seeing is not a turtleneck sweater that's too big for him. It is a neck brace that Tux has on. He has suffered a little of the indignities that some of the people who have been against his men have had to suffer. Coco Ware starting out, going against Steve Constant. Tag on Norvell Austin. And this time when they meet them, they don't have straps in their hands. They're facing a man-on-man today. In the air, Ware over the top. They come. Boy, he hit him. Manufactured manufacturing a clothesline instead of whipping somebody into the rope. Constant held up in the air by Norvell. Coco came off the rope, put him down. Everybody's in, and this one, here comes the fans. They got the strap. Well, it's payback time. Stan and Steve. Coco and Norvell will get the win on a disqualification day.
Disqualification, the ruling by the referee on Constant and Ashley. So Coco and Norvell do get the win, but it's only the first fall.
Yeah, the first fall, and well, here's Dan Lane and Steve Kern out with the straps, and here comes Eddie Marlin and Tom Renesco. Guys, they just got through talking about this using straps.
Yeah, well, we missed it last week, Lance, and I'll tell you something. We're out here right now, and if the PYT want to come out and face it like men, if they want to come out and have a strap off, we're standing out here waiting on them. Let me tell you something, Lance. They have whipped everybody in the wrestling business in the last 2 weeks. Well, I'll tell you something. We've been right on the top of their list. I ain't going to get whipped again. I'm carrying my own strap.
Well, I can't say that I blame you from that standpoint.
You know, I'm starting to get into this leather. I ain't seen this much leather since I drugged Steve out of that S&M powder in L.A. about 2 years ago. We're starting to get off on this leather, guys. So why don't you, the biggest straps you got back there, ask anybody, and come on out right here now, and let's strap each other on. Yeah, let's do it, you know. They come out here, and they're big and bad, you know. They jump the guys from behind and get them down. But we're not down right now, guys. We got straps, too. I'll let you whip me, and he'll let you whip him, too. Come on out right now. Let's whip somebody. Come on, I don't think they can take it. They're not mean enough to take a whipping.
Thank you. Tom, yeah.
Mr. Ernesto, let me tell you something. They stood out here. We saw the videotape. They stood out here last week, and they talked big and bad. We're the Fab. We want to whip the Fab. We got some straps now, Tom. Come on. I think these people want to see somebody strap.
We've had so much influence here, and y'all don't want to put yourself in the class with them, so if you just leave us there, let us get the match started up again.
Maybe this little gal's get whipped, too.
Billy Travitt. Well, okay. What is this, Billy?
I'm just delivering a message. The PYT will not come back unless they leave the arena with those straps. That's the no part of it.
Okay, Billy. Really?
They're supposed to impress us. There's some little goof out here with a cold sore in his mouth trying to impress us, huh? Send the guys out here. Yeah, they don't come out.
They're not coming out. Please, yeah. Stand and Steve, huh? Okay, well, we appreciate that. Thank you. Now, wait a minute. Is that the first fall? Was it a disqualification or what? Well, we're going to have to take a break in here, right? Okay. Let's get him back in, and we'll let the first fall continue.
So no disqualification.
No disqualification. Okay. So they're certainly seeking to try to get a decision out of each and every match and fall. Norvell and Coco are back out here now that the Fabs have gone. And we're restarting, Dave, the first fall. Tux Newman, who took his share of the whipping right there, is holding that neck. And Tim Ashley on Coco Ware whips him in. Big backdrop. What a dandy.
We restarted at the 58-second mark, and Constant and Ashley going after Coco Ware here.
Steve back in with Coco Ware. Coco puts him into the rope. And a big shoulder. He get a 1, a 2, but that's all. I thought he had a 3
I thought he
count.
did, too.
Boy, that was a good move. Constant going after Norvell Austin. Oh, and he takes a shot to the midsection. Boy, let me tell you, we don't care one whit for the tactics of the PYT, but they are rough in that ring. Oh, here comes Stan and Steve again. They are not going to let PYT get it on, and while Constant and Ashley are banging away on Norvell outside the ring, Stan and Steve are destroying Coco Ware inside the ring. Constant and Ashley put Norvell down. Stan and Steve going to dish out some more to Coco. They're not going to let it rest. Here comes Eddie Marlin with Tom Renesto again. Whoa! Steve with that chair.
He got him with it, too.
Tell me about how tough the Fabs are. Well, we're going to have to get a decision on the first ball, but I tell you what we better do. Let's take a break. We're a little behind on it. Let's take a break, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Constant and Ashley back out in the ring, ready to go with the second fall, Dave. And, you know, PYT may be looking over their shoulder.
They better be.
You got that right, because the Fabs, no question, they are intent on getting a little revenge on the PYT for everybody that has been strapped and abused by the PYT. First fall, checking with referee Jerry Calhoun, it looks like goes down as a disqualification.
It is going to be. Yeah. They tried, he disqualified him at first, but then the promoters tried to keep that first fall going on. But then when the Fabs came back out here again, had no choice. Let the disqualification stand. The word of the referee is disqualification in the first fall. So Constant and Ashley are one fall down in this 2 out of 3 fall match.
Yeah, they starting the second fall, a fall down, and Tim Ashley was just over saying, where are they, where are they? And they have not returned. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
You listen to me. I'm going to get Melvin Belli, my lawyer, in Beverly Hills. I'm going to get him on the phone. They might have dislocated Coco Ware's arm. Do you realize that? His arm might be broken, dislocated, fractured. Now listen, I got this boy here. This is one of my men. And this man's going to go in there. Norvell, you take him as your partner. You go in there. I'm going to call my lawyer in Beverly Hills. We're going to sue the Fabs for everything they got for what they just did here, attacking us for no reason. Don't you understand that? Now you go in there.
Well, I got a feeling it's not going to hang and stand up too much. Billy Travis coming out, joining Norvell Austin. Coco Ware, whose arm was injured by the Fabs, and this is the second fall of a match with a substitute over on the PYT side. Billy Travis joining Norvell Austin.
Ooh, Travis slaps Ashley on the break. That's one thing you don't do. Ashley answered in kind, and now Travis out here to talk to Norvell and Tux Newman. Here comes Coco Ware around the curtain. He's got his arm in a makeshift sling.
Coco, I am sure with that arm wrapped up, there's no way he's going to be heading back into the ring. As he will...
I'm not going to put up with this stuff, man. You see those backfighters jump in the ring, they jumped us from behind, but they're going to pay for everything they did to me. Look at my arm, Russ. This hurts bad, man. If I had to take a brick, if I had to take a 2x4, I'm going to get even. I guarantee you, Fab, your day is coming. It's coming soon.
Well, I think that you probably saw that the Fabs aren't going to put up with it either. What do you guys... I can't have any sympathy, Coco. Last week, you guys jumped and beat everybody out here with scraps.
We did not jump everybody. They started jumping us first, Russell. You know they did.
Okay.
And the Fabs jumped us. They weren't even in the ring. They jumped behind us. They're dirty dogs. They're backfighters. That's all they are. Nothing but backfighters.
Well, we're going to get back to the action in the ring as... a cover from Steve Constant on Billy Travis in there. Travis taking Coco Ware's place. He got his arm twisted around, slammed at the shoulder, and he is in...
You're happy, though.
No, I'm not happy about injury on anybody, but I will say this. You deserved it. Well, all I can tell you is everybody else saw what happened last week and the way the attitude you guys have had in there.
Billy Travis really taking a beating here from Constant and Ashley. Travis rolled out of the way of the arm that time, picks Ashley up in the air. Ooh, drops him down to the mat. Tag made on Norvell Austin. 2 minutes gone in the second fall.
Billy Travis is not as well known as Norvell and Coco Ware. Billy wrestles out of Hamden, Connecticut.
Right.
And we've seen him on several occasions. He is a very good, capable young wrestler. I kind of hate to see him associating with Newman, but that's the way that tune goes.
Reverse neck breaker by Norvell Austin. He leaves him for Billy Travis to take over. Travis follows with a body slam. Back to the corner. Drops down to the leg. Count is 1-2. Ashley able to break out at the 2 count. Travis did not get it. Billy Hamden was able to keep his feet. He tags Norvell.
Norvell taking over from Billy, and they are working on Tim Ashley right now. Remember, Constant and Ashley are down by 1 fall due to the disqualification caused by the Fabulous Ones in that first fall. So they don't have any slack. They don't have any room to lose another one, Dave.
They got to win this one to stay in it. Even if they win this one, they're going to have to come back and take the 3rd fall to win the match. And I'm real nervous about Coco Ware being in the PYT corner. Injured left arm. In a sling. Oh, Travis drops off the rope. Cover, count of 2. It looked to me like the left shoulder was up off the mat. The referee stopped it at the 2 count.
And the point that you make is well taken about Coco, because we don't know really how seriously that arm is hurt. You can't tell about that guy, and they're not above pulling a little charade here in order to set up an advantage for him. Norvell whipping Tim Ashley to the rope. Big elbow.
4.5 minutes gone in the second fall. Up in the air, Tim Ashley. Norvell Austin has him there. Drops him down, kind of a half slam and half over-the-knee collarbone breaker. I don't know what you call it, but pretty effective. Here's Travis starting in, no tag. Constant and Ashley get the tag. That may not stand. The referee didn't see it.
Yep. He's reacting. He saw Travis come in untagged. He sees Constant over there in the ring. He didn't see the tag, and so he just ran him back out. And Norvell now with a power slam puts Constant, or rather Ashley, down on the floor. Dave. That's the second fall, and the winners will be the team here of Austin and Travis.
Oh, look at the belts come out again. Coco jumped in there with a belt. Here comes Steve Kerr and Stan Lane.
Hey! They got it straightened out. But for Steve and Tim, they end up dropping the match, and it was an important one here on television as they lose the second fall, having lost the first fall by disqualification.
Absolutely. They lose by 2-0. So the team first, Norvell and Coco winning the first fall, and then Norvell and Billy Travis the second.
Okay, timeout. We'll be back with more action in a moment. He's going to put a pile driver on Newman. Touch Newman. Driven into the mat. Pile. 9-second disqualification. Schultz slamming Lawler around. David, boy, he blasted him with that elbow. Savage trying to come out while Schultz holds him. Well, there it was, and that's why you see Lawler and a mystery partner against Schultz and the Macho Man. We'll be seeing those two together right after we take time out for this break. We just saw Tux Newman go walking away with a big smile on his face after the kind of treatment that the Batten twins received at the hand of David Schultz and his partner, Randy Macho Man Savage. Newman obviously a little happier than he was after he took the lashing.
I'm going to get my lawyer. That's another story in the world. I'm going to sue everybody if I have to, including this TV station, including you, and everything that goes with it. But I want to talk about somebody who is so fabulous, who is so incredible as far as being a wrestler, and I'm talking about Bruce. What do you want?
I got one thing to say to you, you big fat piece of garbage.
What?
I want all these people, I want everybody watching this to look at this.
Look at what? Look at what?
Your boys did this to me.
What? My man.
I don't know.
Did it. Oh, you got a scratch.
Well, Lance, I want to say this to everybody.
You got a boo-boo. You want me to kiss the boo-boo?
Everybody.
If you can't stand wrestling, if you can't stand a little scratch, then you get out of wrestling, man.
Everybody here
get out of wrestling.
is my witness.
This is my time.
If I have to go to Beverly Hills, California to chase him
Get out.
and his boys, I'll do it.
These people
I don't
wanna
like
hear you.
whippings.
They want to hear the Tux Man. You got
I'm not going to take this
Put
anymore.
a Band-Aid on it.
You guys,
Get out.
I'll get you for this.
Okay.
Put a
Handle it
Band-Aid
in
on
the
that
ring
shit,
the way you
and then
should,
get out of
by the way.
wrestling where you belong. Now let's